Coming up next, I'm going to show you my 5 favorite fragrance boxes or packages that I have in my collection that just stand out and are like super cool and I need to have on display all the time. So stay tuned, it's coming up next. Welcome back everybody to Joel the Nose, coming to you, of course, as usual from, not as usual, but from my house with my paintings in the background here in Miami. And for those of you who don't know already, I am also an artist and have a number of, actually my entire house is covered with my paintings. All my walls are covered here. So anyways, let's get right into this. Different little video here. We all, or not all, a lot of us like to collect the fragrances, whether you have 2 or 3 in your collection or you have 200 or 300. There are certain bottles that come in fragrance packages that just stand out above the rest. And these 5 that I have in my collection here that I'm about to show you are my 5 favorite that I actually prominently display in my room. Not everything gets displayed because, of course, it would take up way too much room. So let's get right into this. First, or coming at number 5, is from Milano, and that is, this particular fragrance is Mandala. Now, this series, they all come in this type of collection. I also have Luciette Ombre, which is in this exact same packaging, but I just love this. You can see it's like a cylinder. It's like a hard kind of, like cardboard material. It's all black. What's cool is on the back, it actually celebrates the perfumer. Not a lot of fragrance houses do that. They say, interpreted by Chris Carbonell, who's of course one of the great perfumers and most in demand in the world right now. Then it lists all the notes, which is very cool. Again, so you've got a quick display and then you lift up the bottle and there is the beautiful fragrance on the inside. It sits again in this ring. There's a ring of foam here that kind of obviously lets it sit securely. And then you've got, the bottle. This is not a video on the bottles, but more on the packaging. And you take it out, it sits very firmly there in that little packaging. And there you have it. You have on the top there the logo, or one of the logos. So there you go. Coming in number 5, Mask Mandala. Coming in number 4. This is 8 and Bob, the original, the classic. This is, again, I've done a whole video on the backstory of this. You can look forward to a whole video on, again, the JFK story. But this is such a cool thing, or a cool display. So first of all, it's probably, I think maybe my heaviest display. So this thing has got real weight behind it. It's an actual book. You could put this on your bookshelf and, again, he says there, 8 and Bob. You pull it open. For those of you who have not seen this, actually let me do it this way. So you pull it open, it slides open, and there you have what appears to be a real book. Like, look, with real pages. And inside, the fragrance sits right there. So inside you got, the 8 and Bob bottle that sits in there. And you actually have the first few pages, it kind of starts out like a story, 8 and Bob. And then you actually get some of the story of, again, the JFK story and the whole thing behind it. And it goes on. And then it goes into French. And then then eventually just kind of goes into open pages. But what a cool, right? What a cool presentation. Again, something that just really stands out, really unique. I mean, they really put a lot of thought and time into creating something iconic here with 8 and Bob, the original classic. All right, coming in now, my 3rd favorite packaging in my collection, and this is Archetipo from Menditorosa. Now, in this series, they did all of their fragrances like this. So the Archetipo is not the only one in the series that looks like this. But what I like about this one is it looks like one of these kind of like crates that you would see in a shipping container or in, transnational trade. And when you actually first get it, there's some rope around it with like a lock. So when you first get it, It's even a little bit more detailed. I don't have that on here anymore, but very solid kind of, wood box. And when you open it, just like any kind of crate, it opens like that. You have the fragrance sitting securely on the inside. It comes right out. You can see the inside. There's the bottle. And again, you just put it back in. Boom. And there you have it from Mediterrosa. This is the Italian niche house. And that's my number 3 favorite fragrance boxing. Coming in at number 2, and this is something that I just added to my collection. You may have already seen the video on this. And this is from Fragrance Dubois. Oh, what a beauty. And this is, I just talked about this, or did a full video, New York Intense. So the box is just this beautifully ornate black square box with like their kind of little butterfly or whatever it is, like designed in gold and also in black all around the box. And then when you lift it up, okay, what happens is this part actually opens almost like a ship, like a military ship. So then this box slides out. So it's almost like one of those kind of, remember those puzzle pieces, those boxes that you keep opening the boxes and it would unveil a smaller box inside the box? Kind of reminds me of that. And then you have this very beautiful felt or velvet box. You have the logo for, again, Fragrance Dubois, and it opens like in a clamshell. And there you have the inside. There's the bottle. It sits in this beautiful kind of red felt interior. See the interior there, really striking, just so well done. And by the way, also everything comes with this little piece of paper kind of describing how this is naturally sustained oud and talks about the fragrance. So, and it sits, by the way, as you can see, right in, there's a little spot up here for it to sit. Let me get it in. So there, it fits securely right in there. So you have everything about your fragrance right in this beautiful box. Closes nicely. You put it together like that, and then boom, you just put the top on. Sorry. And there you have the puzzle back together. All right, coming in at number 1. This is still my number 1. This one I've had now. It just hasn't been dethroned. And this is from Serjoff. This is the Shooting Stars collection. Again, this beautiful red kind of vinyl box. It almost feels like leather, but I think it's vinyl, but it's just beautiful. You can see it's like a deep maroon color. You got the Serjoff X on the cover. When you open it up, I don't want it to fall out. You can see you have, again, the logo. You have information, which is actually the batch number. Talks about made in Italy. So you actually have the full batch number on this, like kind of like, like gold-plated actual plate that is glued or attached in there. Then, I'll get this in a second. So the bottle sits in this beautiful like blanket. It's like this beautiful blanket that has the Serjoff name all over it, right here. And you open it up and then boom. There is the bottle. This is Udin, by the way. This is Udin from the Shooting Stars collection. It sits, actually, if you, to do it correctly, it would go like, so that's how it would fit. You can see the top, how it fits in up here, and see that's how it's shaped. You can see everything. And again, this is like a wonderful, just vinyl, or actually this may even be leather material, and it opens up if you want. Okay? One last cool thing about this, since this is from the Shooting Stars collection, you actually get in the box, in this little bag with the Serjoff name on it, get this, shooting asteroid. You actually get a meteorite, and hopefully you can see that. This is a meteorite from, the origin is actually in Russia, and there's a certificate of origin and authenticity, and this was found in April 1947. And you actually get this certificate of origin and authenticity regarding this, quote, shooting star, right? So that's all in there. So that's why this is number one. Just the box, the beauty of the box, the detail, the shooting star meteorite in the collection, and of course, Udin. You've heard me talk about it. This is one of my favorite fragrances in the world. It's just a real beauty. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 fragrance boxes, packaging, whatever you want to call it. Love to know if you guys, any of you have any of these in your collection and what you think compared to other packages you have. And also want to hear your thoughts. What are some really cool packages or boxes that you have in your own collection that just stand out, that you want to have on display, that are just beautiful? Because that's part of the art, part of the artistic nature of this. And this is niche perfumery. Typically in the designer world, you just get a cardboard box. It's one of the many things, again, that I love about niche perfumery. And not all niche perfumers go above and beyond like this. So this is kind of really special. There you have it. This is Joel the Nose. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And you can like the video and ring the bell for notifications. And again, I want to hear your comments. So I will talk to you guys later. Hope everyone's doing well. Peace and love.